Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is it's about a month later since getting the XK8 back to headquarters, if you like. Since I got it back, all I've done is I've fitted a battery because the battery was no good. I tried to charge it and it just was goosed. So it's got a new battery on it. Okay, so what have I learned so far? Right, well, when you start it up, there doesn't seem to be any timing chain rattle. It's an early one. It's an early XK8, so they had all the issues, the Nickel bore and the plastic timing chain tensioners and stuff. If they're not rattling at this point, it's likely they've been changed from metal ones, but I can't find any history, any evidence of that in the history, so I will be taking it apart to have a look. But I can't hear any rattle on startup, which is positive. Oil pressure is good, you know. Gets up to temperature well, it runs really well, really smoothly and nicely. There is a horrible rattle when you rev it, which I'll be honest, I thought was a bottom end bearings, because I have a past experience of them going on the CA180DET engine in the Capri. But on further inspection, it seems to be coming from the passenger side and slightly away from the engine. And there's some similar sounds. I've looked across YouTube and found people with XK8s with similar sounds, and they say basically the inside of the cat like destroyed itself and rattles about and sounds awful. So that is what I am hoping that is. I'll be decanting it anyway, let's face it. So I need to sort that out. Right, inside, what have we got? The roof seems pretty good, although it's missing its little handle thing, but I did find that in the boot, so that's cool. The side windows, I can't remember which one, they don't go down properly with the roof. I think it's just one, but I can't remember which one. I'll look in a minute. The electric adjustment for the seat isn't quite right. I'm not going to mess about with it too much now because it seems to go forwards, but not backwards. Although I did manage to get it to go backwards a little bit. So it starts and runs really well. I know it drives really well. The roof works, but I would say both of these quarter windows don't work. So this one here isn't actually attached to anything. I think I can just pull the glass out. Something inside is going up and down though, seemingly at the correct time, but obviously with it not being attached to the glass. Now, whether I can reattach that glass, I don't know. If you know, let me know in the comments. The other one, that did go down and come back up, but it didn't go all the way up, and I had to give it a nudge to get it to line up with the front window. As far as I can tell, welding wise, I've not jacked it up and got underneath it properly, but I've gone around and like pulled off like loose rust and stuff, and what I can tell you is I'd say both rear arches need a bit of work. They're not awful, but they need a bit. Basically all four of the sill corners are not great, but that one back there, the near side rear, is the worst one. But they're all going to need me to like cut out all the rust and stuff and put fresh metal in anyway. So essentially, it needs new sills. It needs new sills. It needs new rear arches. The cat sounds terrible. The cats need to come off. I'm thinking I'll take the cats off, put some decap pipes in to get rid of that rattle. I can smell the cat as well when I'm revving it up, so it's definitely the cat gone. I'll replace the cats with some decap pipes, whether I have to make them myself or not. People tend to mark those up an awful lot. So I'll do that and then see how she sounds. Then I'll investigate the timing chain to make sure it is metal. The oil's all fresh, it's had a recent service, which is good. Hasn't got a battery drain on, which is great for an old Jag. I'll have to investigate this driver's seat, because if I go forwards anymore, I am in danger of not being able to drive the car anymore. But I think that lot there has been hit. Maybe someone getting out, because that's super loose. Yeah, the switch is just a bit of a mess, so I'll pull that off, clean it, see if anything's snapped or broken, put it back together. Steering wheel's a mess, but in good condition, so I think that will clean up nicely. The wood is a bit cracked, to be honest. Is it the wood or the lacquer? Not sure. Again, something to investigate. Okay, let's have a closer look at some of this bodywork. So this is the offside rear. As you can see, the arches are pretty much gone. They've had work before, but this bit of the sill is going to need replacing. It's pretty solid on the outside, but at the bottom there you can see it's gone through to a hole, so that'll need replacing. So the front wings seem to be rot free, but a bit of a nasty dent at the top there. But the rest of both front wings actually does seem pretty good. The front here is a lot more solid than the rear one, but there is some rot there. Okay, this scratch is a bit of a nasty one because it is a dent. It's like a dented crease. The glass has come unsealed. And that's the rubber hanging down there. This has had a patch on at some point and seems relatively solid, but it's not the prettiest, and I would imagine it'll need a bit of a tickle with the welder. Okay, you can see the rear quarters have been painted. This one looks particularly nasty and seems to have filler in it, so going to be a bit of chopping out needed here. Face says it all. Okay. Not structural, thankfully, but a bit of a mess. You can see here where the rear quarters had some paint and it's bubbling through. The whole rear quarter there has had some paint, and the arches have clearly had work and it's coming back through. So there's a bit to do on the body. It looks so cool, doesn't it? Such a good looking car. So the interior is generally a nice place to be. Everything is in pretty good condition. Here is the roof. Operates really well, apart from those 2 quarter windows. In the next episode, we're going to be looking at the timing chain, and we're going to be investigating and modifying the cats. It should sound awesome. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with the XK8 build, as well as the bay window camper build, the Ford Capri Turbo, the Mazda MX-5 track car, and the XJ40 Daily. And as always, thanks for watching.